About 3 Saturdays ago, I attended my nephew's wedding in Hudson, New York. And it was a night of joyful memories. And we came to the dancing part. And I was dancing the night away, showing off my moves. And in the last 5 minutes, my cousin challenged me to swing dance with him. Now, I haven't danced with a partner in ages, and I was wearing these open-toed sandals. And so just as I was twirling to him, I hit my middle left toe on his shoe. It hurt. It's still sprained up to now. And I said to myself, see, that's why I'll stick to Zumba. You can't get hurt dancing alone. You know, I used to think that way about some aspects of my marriage. I used to believe that if I go it alone in some areas, I won't get hurt. This was 4 years ago when we were 38 years into being married. Sure, we were committed to being together till death do us part. And we genuinely loved each other, warts and all. But there were limits to how much I would trust him to take care of me. And more importantly, there were limits to how much I would take care of him. Today, I'll tell you a process that helped me push past those limits. It's a process called immunity to change. It's when you want so badly, everything tells you, I want to achieve this. And yet there's a part of you that's keeping you from doing it. Like your immunity system that protects you from germs that will hurt you or that you think will hurt you. Immunity to change has 4 steps. Step 1, decide on an improvement goal or one big thing that will have a big impact in your life. Step 2, describe what you're doing and not doing instead of that one big thing. Step 3, uncover the hidden fears and competing commitments that are keeping you from that one big thing. That's where the immunity action is happening. It thinks it's protecting you. And step 4, uncover the big assumption underneath those fears. The big time bad outcome you think will happen if you do that one big thing. So this process took me 13 weeks. And I'll spare you all of that. We don't have time. So I'll give you the cliff notes and how it changed me. And these are my actual cliff notes from the process. So I landed on the one big thing, which is I commit to true love in my marriage by taking care of Toti in the way he needs it. Seems like a worthy goal, right? But what was I doing and not doing instead here? I was spending most of my day pursuing my own goals in my home office, working way into the night. I was taking care of my emotional and intellectual needs by pursuing my own habits and hobbies. And if I asked him to do anything for me, it would be in a skeptical tone, as though I expected him to disappoint me. And what was I not doing? I was not looking deeply into his eyes. I was not telling him what's really important to me until I'm angry, right? And I didn't ask him for my deepest needs. Now, step 3 is a little scary because you're going to get into your hidden fears and that competing commitment. And before I get into it, let me give you a little context. This was in 2015, and Toti had been unemployed since 2006. So these were my fears at that time. He just won't meet the job standards of hiring companies, so it won't help to help him. I'll still be the breadwinner. He'll be even more complacent and not achieve anything if I favor him. I would be wasting my time when I could be growing elsewhere. And the competing commitment, I am committed to not depending on Toti for meaning or advancement. I am committed to being in control of my life to meet my needs. I was ashamed to admit these things, and you'd think that would be it, right? But no, there's one more step. The big assumption, the outcome that I assumed would happen if I did anything to change the situation. And I assumed that if I take care of Toti's needs, I won't be able to take care of myself. And Toti won't meet my needs in the marriage. You know, it was good to put words to these fears and assumptions, to give them a shape, like weight that I could pick up in my hand, in my heart, in my life. And I could weigh them against the one big thing. And a quiet voice inside me said, I want true love. More than those hidden fears. Miraculously, and indeed it was God's grace, as I stepped into spending more quality time with Toti every day, and as I leaned into asking him what I really needed, the big fears didn't happen. Sure, he's still unemployed. Sure, I had to give him one of my kidneys, the right one, because of his diabetes. But I let go of hoping that he would find a job and still not see him as a failure. I saw Toti relax into himself and find a sense of worth in his own pursuits and love me in ways that I didn't even ask for. True love can't be engineered, but you won't find love if you can't be seen. Will you allow yourself to be loved today? Will you allow yourself to be seen?